All right, we're at the third part of our Rowan series of videos, and today we're talking about autumn yarns. We'll start here in the bathtub. We're kind of known for our big bathtub of yarns. I think before I even knew I was going to open the public, I knew I wanted one of these, and I picked this up in an antique store years ago. Love my bathtub. This yarn sometimes is a little overlooked in the Rowan designs because it's just your workhorse, everyday yarn. This is pure wool superwash worsted, and it's exactly as implies. It's worsted, it's superwash, great for all sorts of things, very multi-purpose. It was featured in the knit along for last spring with Martin's Story. We did the cushion. There was also a throw. That was a really fun piece to do. It's not too late to join along. Just because the knit along is over, the patterns are still out there. Rowan is a British company. As you know, they're very, very British. But when they looked at the line several years ago, they realized that the yarns aren't British. Most of our yarn comes from Italy or other places. So they set out to add British yarns, and Valley Tweed is one of those. It is from a British mill. I'm wearing Valley Tweed. It's one that when you first feel it, especially for us Okies that are very scratchy sensitive, you might think, oh, that may be a little scratchier than I like. But I'm wearing this. It does not itch at all. It's actually softer than it feels in the skein. Yarns like this last forever, and the more you wear them and work with them, the more lanolin comes out and they soften over time. So keep that in mind. The other yarn that they introduced that was a British yarn is Moordal. It is a blend of British wool and alpaca. It's a little softer and it's very pretty. Has a little bit of a tweed. I think this is made, yeah, that's from Moordal. A lot of people really love that. Okay, we really love our big wall of felted tweed. I showed you guys this the other day when we were talking about the current knit along, the Elder Throw. We stock all 48 colors. This is the go-to yarn for color work. Your designers like Kay Fassett love felted tweed. While I'm on the topic of Kay Fassett, we met with the head of Rowan USA, Jan Hurwitz, early in March. She actually paid us a visit, came straight to our store to come and see us, which we were really excited about. And when we left that meeting, we were so excited because we had procured a really exciting thing. Not Kay Fassett, but just as close to Kay Fassett as you can get. Kay does not teach anymore. He's in his 80s and he doesn't do workshops. However, he is coming to the United States, or was coming to the United States in May, with his partner and protege, Brandon Mobley, who is an amazing designer too. Brandon was doing a series of workshops at just a handful of stores, and we were one of the stores that got selected. We were so excited, could not wait to come back from our Tennessee trip to tell you guys about this and start the planning. But Memorial Weekend looks a little iffy right now. We haven't said for sure that that's not happening, but I don't think it is. We're just hoping that when things do open back up and reschedule, that Brandon will be here and we'll have something like that to look forward to. But in the meantime, I've told everybody keep their plans for Memorial Day weekend open. Well, that doesn't seem to be a problem, but I don't think Brandon's going to be here. Okay, moving right along to Kid Silk Haze. This is another yarn that's been in the line for a very long time. Kid Silk is used doubled, it's used singled, it's used combined with other yarns. You'll see Kid Silk in all seasons. It's just a great yarn that we love working with. And Jeannie and I are going to turn around and switch places. Last year in the Rowan Select line of their luxury yarns, they added Cashmere Haze, which is very similar to Kid Silk, but has the cashmere and it's really soft and a nice soft color palette. It is a beautiful yarn. We have Brush Fleece and Cocoon, which are your bulkier yarns for fall. We were kind of on the fence at how well these would do for us, being Oklahoma, bulky wool, not always a go-to, especially when there are real garment-driven designs to go with it. We've sold these like crazy. You guys have loved this yarn. When Jan was here, we also got an early sneak peek at what's coming for fall 2020. Very exciting things, but one thing we do know for certain is Cocoon will no longer be in the lineup. So if you've had your eye on Cocoon, have some projects queued that you want to make with Cocoon, you need to get it now because it will be going away. So we move over here. More Rowan Selects. When I said they had luxury yarns, I wasn't kidding, and to me Sultano is one of the most luxurious of all. This yarn is just scrumptious. Everyone should have the experience of working with the skein. It comes in a fine and in a chunky. Love this yarn. And here is Cashmere Tweed. Very soft cashmere, beautiful, nice to work with. Now we'll move over here. Alpaca Classic. They introduced this yarn a couple of seasons ago, and it's immediately become just a go-to staple, just like the felted tweed in their lineup. It is so pretty, and the different colors have different, to me, properties. Like you see more of the sheen and the orange, and some of these are more of your model look. But all in all, it's just a beautiful yarn, and we have the full color range of this yarn as well. And last but not least, we have denim. Denim is technically probably more of a spring-summer yarn, but space and color-wise, it worked better over here. Denim's multi-season for us in Oklahoma. And it was kind of a reboot of their classic denim, which if you had used in the past, it was one that was designed to bleed and shrink just like denim jeans, which was cool, but also came with some problems. This is a denim yarn that just knits like it is. You don't have to worry about adapting for shrinkage or having it bleed everywhere. Kid classic. Been in the line as long as I can remember. Great worsted weight yarn. We love Kid Classic. And down on the bottom is Felted Tweed Aran. It's been kind of the forgotten stepsister to Felted Tweed DK over the years. Doesn't have a very broad color range. Did not have a lot of designs. But coming this fall, that's another thing we have to look forward to. It's getting a reboot too, where there are going to be lots of colors, lots of designs. It's going to really finally get its place to shine. One more thing about fall coming up for Rowan that I know many of you are just going to probably clap and cheer about. Crocheters got their moment in the spring with a whole half section of the magazine dedicated to them. In the fall magazine, half of the section of the magazine is going to be dedicated to, wait for it, sweaters knit in the round without seams. I know we never thought we'd ever see something like that from Rowan. They are die-hard seam sweaters, but we've seen them, they're gorgeous, and I know many of you are going to be equally as pleased. Tomorrow we wrap up our look at Rowan with Rowan Mode.